When I was in 10th grade in high school, the people at church thought that I had some gifts for ministry, and they encouraged me to start preaching. I did. So I went to Oklahoma Christian to major in Bible and to study ministry. It was almost like it was in the water at OC, that this desire to go and to spread the gospel. I just drank deeply of that mission, and it's propelled everything that I've done.
I transferred into OC as a sophomore. Coming from a state university to a Christian university, there was quite a contrast. And I really appreciated the atmosphere, the opportunities that were on the OC campus. And I was born in Ireland. I lived in France. I had traveled to many, many countries, but I had never gone to another country for a mission experience. And so going to Belize for a week was, it was enriching, and it helped me see just how much people need both physically and spiritually.
And we actually met on a mission trip.
We did.
So a spring break campaign to the University of New Mexico. Sally and I had sort of been looking at each other, and so we ended up sitting together on the bus, and we worked together as a team.
I like to think we were partners on the University of New Mexico campus, and it started there, and we've been partners for life.
We ended up teaming up with Bob and Frances Epperly. Had a heart-to-heart discussion one night about, okay, where are we going to go? Bob wanted to go to Rhodesia, is what it was called then, and Frances wanted to go to Brazil, and Sally wanted to go to Switzerland, and I wanted to go to Israel. So we went to Milwaukee, and it was a spectacular experience starting that church. Once church planting gets in your blood, then later on we planted churches in Ukraine and South America, and planted 6 churches in the city of Memphis, and one in Oklahoma.
Memphis being such a poor city, had a vision for the poor. I found myself volunteering with Hope Works, and it was in that volunteer work that I really got to know some of the poor, especially women, poor women, face to face. I realized we're not so different at all. She wanted purpose for her life, just like I wanted purpose for my life. She had the same hopes and dreams for her children that I had for our children.
Proverbs 31:8 says, speak for those who don't have a voice. And that's always struck me as a calling verse for me. We're right here in the middle of a 7-state area called Appalachia, and it's the poorest part of America. We have a lot of young people who come to our university from homes where education's not valued, where there's no encouragement to higher education, and so we're dealing with, in a sense, a vulnerable group of people.
And I just see a lot of young people wanting to make a difference, caring about the poor, caring about children, wanting to go to third world countries and teach the gospel. And I just find that refreshing and hopeful.
I grew up just above the poverty line, and I remember people at the East Pike Church of Christ who were wealthy, who had things, treating me with dignity and respect. And I think a lot of my passion for this comes from what was done to me. There are millions of young kids all over America who are very much like a little Harold Shank, who didn't have much of a future. No one was dreaming for them. They didn't have any money to pay for anything that they really wanted to do. But someone came into my life and made a difference, sent me to Oklahoma Christian. Other people filled in the shoes there. And so I just want to marshal that. I just want to say that can happen over and over and over again.